Ain't nobody using that word these days. He sounds friendly enough, but listen to that anger. Anger like that only builds.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm only known as Super G, this time with a Warframe video. Now, I've been wanting to talk about this for a long time, which is the Glassmaker quest. I talked about it a little bit a couple of weeks back, but now I really want to get deep into it because, you know, I just finished the first episode, chapter or whatever it is, and you know, I got issues with this. First of all, I failed a bunch of times for, first of all, Digital Extremes never explains anything. So the first time I got into that space, I saw a timer, I saw a platform and say, okay, I'm going to jump off and platforms will probably appear in front of me to complete a challenge or maybe to kill some enemies, which I thought was going to happen. And I immediately fail the mission. Nowhere in the game does this happen. I mean, I always thought, I'm going to jump off the platform. Even if there's nothing there, I'll just return back to the platform like everywhere else in the game. But no, that doesn't happen. You know, I failed and I immediately wasted 10 cephalites, which I'll talk more ahead. So that was the first fail. The second fail was I noticed there was an object and I said, maybe if I interact with it, something will happen. And I touched it and failed again. And I was like, why is this a fail? I don't understand. I only saw this object. What happens is, because the field of view is so narrow and the objects appear, so spread apart, unless you rotate the camera, the first object you see, it appears to be just the only object there. The third time it happened, I realized what I was supposed to, because up to this point and right through the end, I never watched anything on YouTube or tutorials to tell me how this works. I like to experience everything firsthand. I don't like spoilers, so I said, okay, I'm gonna try this as a new player, as a new quest, see, what works, what is right and what is wrong, and there's a lot of wrong here. So, once I realized, okay, I have to touch the right object in the right order, and I was going to end it, and the time ran out, and I was like, oh man, this is it's just so frustrating. It was like 3 or 4 times before I even finished the quest, which is, it's not that hard, and I like the quest. I like the idea that you have a little bit like of this investigation where we have to explore an area, and I do like exploration. I do like walking around to try and find hidden chests or hidden objects in games. So I do like that part. You have to investigate. You have to really read whatever it is you find and pay attention to the object. So then you can have this quiz, but it's not a quiz. It's more like a obstacle course. And they don't explain the rules of the obstacle course. They just say, okay, you go here now, figure it out. And of course, a lot of people just fail continuously this. So yeah, I'm not against the investigation in the quiz, but the way they built this level or this mode is just wrong. I mean, it's not fun for a person to trip over something that doesn't happen in the real game and it happens here. So yeah, but that's not even the worst part. The worst part is cephalites. I mean, Digital Extremes, why do you keep doing this? Why do you keep putting up stuff in your game just to have stuff in your game? I mean, don't we have enough? So the first part, when they talked about it in the dev stream, they said it will be somehow related to nightwave. So I thought, oh, we're gonna, the more missions we unlock, these chapters will open and remain open. That's what I thought. I thought, even when they said, oh, you're gonna have to have this resource, maybe this resource drops from nightwave missions. That's what I thought. I thought maybe the more nightwave missions you did, the more of these cephalites you earn. Maybe you could earn like 5 cephalites for each of those missions that you get 7,000 standing. The harder ones you get like a bigger number of cephalites, and the ones lower and lower. And once it unlocks, it can remain unlocked, and then you can do the quest as many times as you want until you figure out what the solution was, because it's different for each player. But no, they decided to create this thing, this new resource, which of course you have to grind for. But not only you have to grind, it's also tied to RNG, because the drops of cephalites isn't always there. Sometimes you always get the standing when you kill those glassed enemies, but sometimes they don't drop the cephalite. And on top of it all, it's it's gated by rotations. I mean, they appear one time and then you have to wait like 10 to 15 minutes for them to appear again. Sometimes they appear when you're finishing the mission, sometimes they never appear. You have to, you know, get out of the mission and do something else. It's just so random. It's just so just more of D being D. I mean, really. I mean, this won't these guys learn? I mean, won't these guys learn anything from the last 3 updates? I'm telling you, I was really frustrated by this. And now they have Deathlock Protocol, and you will have like these coins that appear, and these coins will be permanent in the game because they are tied to the new rework of the Corpus sets, but not in Gas City. This hand will not appear in Gas City unless they redo all those sets again or they insert them there. They said you will get 1 coin per mission. Now, the problem I have is how many coins am I going to need to get Portilla? I mean, because that's the hardest one. It's going to be like more grind, more RNG. I know they're going to do this, and you know I'm really skeptical about what Deadlock Protocol is going to be like. Well, not what's going to be like, you know, as a player, as a gameplay, as a quest, but you know what you're going to really have to do. You know, the underlying work of the background work that is going to be in this mode. So you know I'm really skeptical. I just hope that Nightwave, you know, we're still in the chapter 1. I just hope that when they open chapter 2, the first one will be unlocked. I mean, you can just go there and do it as many times as you like until you complete the quest. Because remember, we can only have 20 cephalites, so you need those cephalites for the chapter 2 or episode 2 when it opens. So I hope when the second one drops, the first one will be completely available, and then you just farm cephalites to complete the second one, and then the third opens. The second, when the third is available, the second is open, and so on. But you know, knowing DE, I am skeptical. I'm skeptical about just how far is this Glassmaker going to go, how it's going to end, because you know Scarlet's spearheaded, and it was bad. It was a bad thing. It's just a text. It was just a text on your chat window, and that was like, but that's it. After all this grind, this is what we get. I mean, we'll have to wait and see. But you know, just remind you, remember, people, this is the Digital Extremes. They're going through a hard time. They have problems, you know, designing new game modes and all that. So, you know, take it with a grain of salt. So this has been the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do, please like and subscribe. And as always, have a great game, guys.